Hello everyone, and welcome back to MC Eternal, and I am on the server. It is currently only me on the server, but boy is it beautiful. It's nice, it's calm, and it's peaceful. Now, this particular base we have seen before. There's a few changes, because I don't think we've seen this little kitchen area, and we've definitely not seen that cool pool, little like pond, pool, I don't know what you'd call that, little island. We might have seen them, but I don't particularly remember it, so we're gonna look through it again. And on top of that, as you can hopefully see, we've got some shaders installed. We've got SEUS shaders. I'll show them off in the settings here. SEUS Renewed version 1.0.1, and boy oh boy are they beautiful. So I definitely recommend going and checking them out. In fact, after this video, I'm hoping it might take a day or two or something, but I'm gonna make a tutorial on showing you how to add it to MC Eternal. I've made one for I think it was RL Craft just the other day. It's the exact same method, but I'll make one specifically for MC Eternal. If you guys want, that might be a little bit more helpful. So I guess we'll start off here. We might change the time as the day goes on because it seems like it's getting nighttime now. This base looks beautiful at nighttime with all these lanterns, so it won't be the worst if it goes nighttime. But we can definitely make it daytime later if we want. And that looks like it's the moon. So here we go. We'll start over here. We might as well. This is the launch pad. We have seen this before, but we haven't seen it in all of its glory. I wonder how it looks at nighttime. Should we do that real quick? Let's make it nighttime. Ooh, look at this. That is beautiful. See, if all the players had shaders on as well, and these values here, that the light and even the color of the light, you can actually change. You can actually go into quite a bit of detail if you go into shader options and lighting and shadows. We've currently got it so they're a pretty hot temperature, so they're like a bright white. But if we lower them down to 2000, and we press done, it might lag a little bit. But see, you get a much more like a yellow effect, a much warmer color. And how cool is that? And I think as well, what we can do is if we go back into these shader options, we can actually change the torchlight brightness. So what can we go up to? Let's try out 3. Let's see what this does. So I think this makes them... Yeah, so it lights up more area? Is that what it's done? I'm not too sure. We might be making things worse, if I'm completely honest. Um, but we have quite a lot of options. So I'm just looking at them all as we go. Let's make this a little bit warmer. Let's go default 2300. And should we make them 4 times? See what that does. Torchlight fill. What does this do? Amount of fill / ambient light to add to torchlight fall off. Higher values make torchlight dim less intensely based on distance. Let's put that up to 8. Don't know what it does, but we're gonna see. Hopefully we don't break everything. How does that look? Does that look... Does this look better or worse? I honestly can't tell. I feel like it doesn't look too bad. Oh wow, look at that tree. The tree is glowing, but how cool is this base? So this, by the way, is with not an insane graphics card. I can press F3 and you can have a look in the top right. I've just got a GTX 1060, 3 gigabytes. So this is not ray tracing. Now, SEUS, they do have a ray tracing shader that they're adding, or that they're building. I think they've already got some builds that you can get. I think it costs money, but as you can see, if this is it without ray tracing, if you have a card capable, I would definitely recommend supporting the creator. So yeah, since we've seen this base before, we've reviewed it before, I'm not really going to go through each and every block like we normally do. I'm just going to go and sort of experience it. I think as well we might change some of these colors. They're a bit... It looks a bit, what would you say, violent? Here, let's click that and see what it looks like. How does that look? That doesn't look too bad. That looks a little bit more like, modern, you know what I mean? Because it's like the white, torchlight. So we can just mess around. Maybe let's... What does 0.5 do? Does that make it like really just each square is bright? Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure about what the play is here. I bet you someone probably has like a really good configuration that we could go and find. Obviously the default it's not too bad, but what I will say is I'm not a fan of the squares. Actually, wait. Ooh, I think we might have just crashed. In which case I'll load back in. But I think we have smooth lighting off. Yeah, it does look like we're frozen. Yeah, this is a risk. Oh, look at that, we're not frozen. It is a risk you take using Optifine and shaders. Let's turn smooth lighting on. Oh my god. Oh, that is phenomenal. How much better is that? Looks amazing. Oh, okay. We're just having fun. All this video is just we're gonna be having a lot of fun with this. Let's make the brightness massive again, so 4 times, and we'll do the torch fill again, and we'll see what this looks like now with smooth lighting on. Oh, ooh, look at that. There's that creepy portal in the darkness. So yeah, this is obviously very very bright and I don't know if it'd be what you play on, but let's go have a look inside, because I bet you inside looks insane. All right, in we go. What's this? This the certificate of server destruction. I assume their base was the result in a server malfunction. This looks horrific. This is a ender tank with lava in it, and that looks horrific. I wonder what it would look like. It does actually. There are some liquids in there. They don't seem to be like a glowing liquid though, so we'd have to check out hopefully a base that has some lava in it. But how cool does this look? I just want to keep changing around with all these values. Now we can also change some things here. We can turn anti-aliasing on, which what that does is if you look at some of these edges, it actually seems to be pretty good at the moment, but some things like jagged edges that it actually looks like we're doing pretty good. There doesn't seem to be too many jagged edges, but that's what anti-aliasing does. So if you notice that, you can change that setting. But apparently render quality also influences this, and what render quality is it's I don't know how to really explain it. It's I guess the quality, right? So if we turn this up, this is going to be very laggy, but everything should look, yeah, see, our frames drop drastically, but the blocks and everything should look phenomenally better, right? You guys feeling it? This is a very, like, cinematic thing. Do I press F1? Yeah. We could go around looking like this. Maybe if I had, like, a smooth pan, because my jagged hand doesn't do too well. But I'll show you again. If we put this down again, it goes to 0.5, and so this will run phenomenally. Right? Oh, geez, we have too many frames now. But as you can see, everything's just, it's a bit blurry, right? It's like you're walking through fog all the time. Ooh, but it does look beautiful. You definitely could take some screenshots with the lower quality, and it might actually look better than with high quality. Like, look at that. It looks like I have a blur filter on. Let's go back through again. Let's change. What should we change? Oh, we wanted to change the quality. We'll put this back up to. I had it on 1.5 because on 1 it's still. I noticed a bit of the blur. We'll see if I can show that. See, it sort of looks a bit blurry. Like you can't really. I don't know. You see what I mean? Though it's a little bit blurry. A little bit maybe. 1.5 seems to be perfect though. Maybe not perfect, but you know, it's a good combination of quality and performance. I say that as my game is currently frozen again. It is a risk you gotta take, but you know, especially for videos where I'm just sort of checking things out, it is definitely beautiful. We might have to do this on our Sky Factory playthrough. Have a look at all the bases and stuff, or even just play through with some shaders on. Now look at the water. The water is beautiful. How cool is that? With the little lily pads on top. So yeah, we've seen most of this base. Not sure if we saw the balcony. Balcony just comes up here. Very nice. Very cool. We can head out here, cross this little bridge. Use some nice little trapdoors and some campfires. I like that. I like that. Nice little path around here. Oh, a little waystone. Let me activate that just to make it look a little bit better. Yeah, we have a nice little pond around. I really like this. This is a very cute design. What I like about it, right, is it adds this waystone, which is something that they need. You know, they need the waystone to be somewhere, and it looks beautiful. Like, obviously, you don't need this stuff. You don't need these bridges. You don't need the railings. You don't even need this tree that looks like it was handcrafted, each and every block. Pink glazed terracotta, stained glass. But they built it just so that, you know, every time they come over to their waystone or every time someone uses it, this is where they spawn. And how beautiful is this? This right here is a nice little moment. Look at that. Now, my favorite part about videos of these is when I go to pick my thumbnail, it looks bad anyway. We'll see if we can find a good thumbnail for this video. I want to try to get one. Over here, it looks like some crazy power generation. Solar neutron activator from Mechanism. That is crazy. What does this do? It's empty. I don't know what it does. But it seems to use these stacks as well, which I've never used them before, but I see them at a lot of bases, so I think that it's possibly a good source of power generation. Brine into liquid lithium. What does liquid lithium do? Can we see the recipe for that? Liquid lithium. What do you do? Oh, I cheated it. Recipe? U. Okay. It can be turned into a lithium ingot. It can be put in a centrifuge for molten lithium. And then that can be put in the fusion reactor with like hydrogen and stuff, and you get a whole bunch of helium. Okay. Okay. I believe you. I want to check out the nuclear reactors and stuff from Mechanism soon, but it's very scary for me. I don't know what to do with them, and I don't want to blow up my bases. But how cool is this? Is this not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? And it's just Minecraft, just a simple shaders added, and it's beautiful. What I find funny as well is not too long ago, about a month ago, I could barely run the pack normally. And with like a little upgrade, just a little upgrade to my CPU, and I'm able to, you know, hop into shaders and have a better performance than with no shaders previously. Like, it's still not perfect with shaders, obviously, we get a few issues. Keep in mind as well, I have 64 chunks loaded. That's my render distance. This whole time, that's what it's been on. How crazy is that? Well, once again, if you want to, copy my system to some extent, there's my CPU, just a 2600X. It costs like an extra $10 on top of the 2600, and then just a 1060 3GB GPU. And they seem to work perfectly in combination. Obviously, you can do a lot better, but I think for the price, it's a pretty good system. But yeah, this is beautiful. Let me know if there's any bases in particular you want me to check out now with shaders, because I will definitely like to do that. Because for one, I'd like to get the server back up and running in terms of it's been running the whole time, but I'd like people to be playing on it again. Because I do miss that aspect. I miss the aspect of like all the server challenges and whatnot. And of course checking out the bases, because like look at how much effort went into this base. This is an insanely beautiful base, and it's kind of sad to let it all go. You know what I mean? You know what's funny? This design over here reminds me of the Wither a lot, just like the hoppers and whatnot. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, which I hope you did, please do consider subscribing, because there's definitely gonna be more of this content coming in the future. And another thing I will say is I think shaders are a great way to spice up your game, because I was also thinking about getting some like texture packs or something, because there are a few for Modern Minecraft, and they look really cool as well, but not everyone's into that, right? But I feel like shaders is sort of the best of both worlds. You still get the vanilla, textures, so you recognize every single block that's vanilla. You know what it is. It's stone bricks, but it looks better, right? I don't think anyone doesn't like shaders. Some of them can definitely be overkill, but especially with Seuss, or I'm not sure if you can do it with all of them, but being able to change a lot of the options and pick everything is very good. Another thing I will have to say is make sure you load up post-processing settings and turn off motion blur, because this is what the game looks like with motion blur on. Now, you might think that's alright. I don't. This is horrific. Like, it's it's not too bad. Maybe it was with my lower render quality early, but it's still, I don't know, I find it phenomenally better turning motion blur off. And I think most people agree, but it's on by default, so I guess, see, like, isn't that just better? No? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a bit nitpicky. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.